And we're live. Let me go post the link on our website, and let me go post it on Twitter while everybody gets settled in here. Today we are working on the song Build Me Up Buttercup. And close. It's probably better it's way easier to sing this song if you're a good singer. It's a pretty challenging little tune from a instrumental standpoint. So we'll go over the pieces and parts of it, and we'll get it as close as we can today, and then you will go home and work on your lead sheet, your arrangement, and then we will see what happens next. Enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update the website's jollyrogerukulele.com. We do fingerstyle and finger picking and instrumental ukulele. If you want to sing, you can. Not required by any stretch of the imagination. You're going to hear me sing just enough to know that you don't need to sing in order to play ukulele. There we go. It opens up correctly. Let me post it on Twitter. Somewhere, Build Me Up Buttercup. https://Jolly Roger Ukulele. How do you spell ukulele.com? Click. Kick your fanny. There. And tweet. Patience. And ta-da! Alright, we're in. Alright. Okay, Build Me Up Buttercup. Let's get it. As everybody's settling in, we obviously will start with the ukulele version. We may only get to the ukulele version on this one. There's about 3 different parts to the song, and probably most of us will only remember the part that they're doing on the Geico commercial. Is it Geico or Progressive? I think it's Geico. So this would be definitely one to consider using the MP3 for. So I'm going to give you an example of me going over to the MP3, and I slide up to its number. How many songs have we got now? Build Me Up Buttercup, song number 107 today. Buttercup, don't break my heart. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so you got the idea, okay? Right? If we get just to the intro done, we're in good shape. Or the intro is really the verse. Let's see who's here. Red has made it in. Red, let's go with what? Let's go with. What have I not done in a while? Have we done the drums? That's Red. Vic is in. Sound is good. Hey, Sandy in from Northern Michigan. Michelle in from Rockaway Beach. Cloudy and 62 up there. Ronnie in from New Mexico. She says the lead sheet assignments are okay. Some of you guys are doing them. Some of you aren't. I get it. It's perfectly fine. It's better if you do them, right? You'll get smarter. But you're already a genius, so maybe that's not necessary. Happy Wednesday, Jerry. Robin in from British Columbia. Hopefully the heat is starting to mitigate a little bit, Robin. We're all very worried about you guys up there. Rita in from Illinois. Diane in from Lakewood. Ran into Dave and Debbie. Oh, you did? I saw she sent me an email. Every time I get an email from Debbie, I'm like, okay, I gotta wait and open it when I can focus. Jan is back from Lakewood. Nancy is in from Florida. Yeah, is that a little skull and crossbones? It sure is. How exciting! I didn't know they had one. Lynn is in from New Jersey. She's getting roasted out there. Carolyn from the mountains. Elizabeth in from Greeley. Is it 86 up in Greeley? Is it in Denver? 9047. Our air conditioner is out here in the condo yet again. We had a pipe break overnight, and so they're down there working on it. I hope that they're successful in getting it going. Yeah, Sadie too. Well, how about that? No wonder I'm all. Okay, Linda says 75 up in Vancouver. Okay, a bit cooler today. All right, you guys are fine. All right, Canada's fine. We don't need to worry about Canada anymore. Build Me Up, Buttercup. Guys, this is, you know how yesterday I said, Joni Mitchell song, this is perfect for writing out your lead sheet. You're going to do great. Everything is lined up exactly the way it's supposed to. Today's song is the opposite of that. It's going to be pretty challenging. I did manage to get it into sort of a playable key. It's in the key of F, even though you look at it and you're like, well, it starts with a C. How can it be a key of F? That's sometimes they trick you. But we played a lot in the key of F. It fits on a ukulele pretty well, and so just know you're going to be dealing with some B flats and some other weirdo chords in here. But when you put your arrangement together, you'll see probably for the most part it's going to work out okay. Oh yeah, Elizabeth, right. 5090 is coming soon. By the way, if you don't know, 5090 is a songwriting challenge where you write 50 songs in 90 days. I did it about 4 or 5 summers in a row, and I got tons of music out of that I will forever cherish. Most of it's terrible, but I don't care. There's about 10 songs in there that are genius, and so it was worth all of the struggle. Elizabeth's done it 2 or 3, maybe 4. This might be her 3rd or 4th year on doing that. And if those of you guys that want to get where you understand music theory, lights out, the fastest and easiest way is to write music. And the most important thing you can do is set yourself up an artificial goal. I'm going to write X number of songs in X number of days, and I'm going to make them in different keys, or I'm going to make them all in the key of C or whatever. That's how you learn music theory, is by writing music. And so we'll talk. Thank you for reminding me, Elizabeth. I'll need to send out an email in regard to that. Cat, East Texas, low 90s, not too bad. It's low 90s in Texas, so that's cool, right? You're like, that's pretty hot, Cat. All right, Build Me Up, Buttercup. You got that quarter note rest right off the bat. Okay, and then you're gonna go, why don't you? And here's where the things are challenging with this song. There's a lot of 16th notes in there, and you're supposed to be playing it at 120. You're not going to get 16th notes done at 120. Try to make the first note, the dotted 8th note, a little bit longer, and then the 16th note as short as you can, and then obviously then the next 3 beats are plenty slow. That's what you're looking for, okay? Why don't you build me up? That's what you're going to probably be playing. When you combine in the chords, why don't you build? Right, so it'll smooth it out, but be thinking about when you're playing, paying attention to that 16th note, that it's going to be pretty hard to get it in quickly enough, and so do the best you can with that, obviously. You've done it twice, Elizabeth? Okay. Most of this is terrible, but most of it's terrible. Most of it, I know, right? Jan, sometimes we got too much truth on our hands. All right, and then Buttercup, again the F chord. Buttercup, and then you've got your F chord with the 3 on the top here. Baby, just do. Now you've got a B flat coming in here at measure 4, and your melody note's on 3. So this comes up a lot. You can either hold your full B flat and put your pinky on 3. That's probably what you want to do. But you can also, you know your G7 shape? You can put that on the other strings and slide it forward. You just have to move to get the 1-1s, and that's not necessarily ideal. So you might think about middle ring pinky to get 3-2-3, and then that way your index finger is available to get the 1. Okay. Most of it's terrible. I don't know. Many of you guys are artists, right? And you know there's 9,000 rough drafts for every one piece of genius that you create, and that's okay. That's pretty good shooting, right? My favorite song. I woke up one morning. I went and I got in the shower. I had the song completely worked out in my head. I sat down. I wrote it out. spent maximum 30 minutes on that song total, and it's still my favorite song I ever wrote. Then the other ones I wrote a ukulele anthem one time. It took me weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Probably, I don't know, at least 2 months, and it came and it was just terrible at the end. And I was like, yeah, that's how music, that's how art works, right? A whole lot of rough drafts and one finished piece. And then the finished piece, you're like, that wasn't worth the effort at all. Let Me Down. And then the Mess Me Around, it's a C chord, but he's got a B flat starting it off. So you're going to have this, what feels like a C7. Mess Me Around. Then, worst of all, right? You never call me, baby, when you... Okay. In Geico, when they sing this song, it's all about Buttercup, right? And it sounds very fun and happy. This is a very seriously sad song. This is another deranged narrator. He's so in love, and she doesn't call, she doesn't write, she doesn't come home, she's never there where she says she's going to be. She's not a good girlfriend. I'm assuming it's boyfriend, girlfriend. But he still loves his Buttercup. Measure 8, you got your B flat, you got again that 3. Say you will, but I love you still. And with your B flat, now the 3's on the high string. And then I need you more than. Is that a cool note? And then they sneak that. That's the note that they use to transition into the E flat. And you're just gonna. Here's your E flat, right? Bar on 3, pinky on 6, but your melody note's a 3, so you don't even need to put your pinky on there yet. Anyone, darling, you. Go to page 2. D minor 7, but your melody note's a 1, so you're going to have to flatten out your index finger to cover both 1s and then put the D minor on. Know that I have from the start. And then D flat. How often do we get to play D flat? Never. Okay, bum, bum. So, and then F chord, build me up, C chord, Buttercup, don't break my heart. And then you're going to do this cool little chord progression here. Bum, 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 bum is how it should sound, right? So you got your F chord, hard. That's how you're going to finish up that little section. It's also how you're going to finish the whole song, by the way. You see that coda sitting at the end of 16. That's sending you the note, oh gosh, at some point I'm going to be jumping from this spot to somewhere else in the song. And so we'll see if we can figure out where that's going to happen. And I skip past the signal. Let's see. He's being ghosted by Buttercup. Yes, she doesn't call him, and Buttercup, well, it turns out that he even knows she's being unfaithful in verse 2. So Buttercup has a different set of moral principles that she's running her life on than our very sad narrator. And, in life, sometimes that happens. All right. I'll be over by 10. Okay, that's what you're looking for here. So if I do the melody, I'll be over by 10. You told me time and again. Okay, I'll be over by 10. You told me time and again. But you're late, right? Okay. It'll make sense once you put the chords under it. So if I go and I do the chords under here, be over by 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. See how just putting on the chords underneath there, all of a sudden the chord song's like, oh, I see where we're headed. Okay, kind of fun. I waited. Oh, see, don't wait for Buttercup. She's doing her thing, right? Don't wait for her. Okay, but he's going to. I waited round and then. So it's going to be that 3 again. Round and then. I F chord went to the door. C chord. You might move that C chord over to line up with door. I can't. Okay, so he goes to the door. She's not there. Why is he going to the door? Come on, dude. I can't take any more. It's not. Okay, F chord. Of course, she's not there. I mean, why would you go to the door? She's not there. You let me. Okay. Down again. Okay, now those B flats there, probably going to end up doing a little bit of an open strum through there just to make it more exciting. A minor 7. And then here's your G minor. This is where things get kind of interesting. Baby, 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 try to find B flat. A minor 7. A little time and D chord with a 3. That's so it says D7, right? I'll make you happy. I'll be home. I'll be home. I'll be beside the telephone. Beside the phone, waiting for you. Bum bum bum. And then it's you. This is not in the Geico commercial. Okay, so that's the whole song right there. Okay, when you toss in the chords underneath there, it will start to come alive. It really will. And I would definitely go listen. The group's called The Foundations that sings this thing. And so I changed it to Flower Power because they're not really pop stars, right? We don't know anything about the Foundations other than they sang this one song. It was 1968. Some of you were around. And this was, I think, number 3 on the Billboard or something. Big popular song at the time. I wanted to talk about the repeats here real quick. They start with the chorus essentially. Why do you build me up, Buttercup baby, just to let me down? That is the chorus, right? And then in the middle section here, you have 2 main ideas that are happening. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's really 3 main sections. The second section, starting around measure 18, is one section. And then starting at 26, you get your third section. When you get down to the end of 35, you got the same thing as the beginning. Why don't you... And you go all the way back to the beginning, all the way back. Not quite to the beginning. Go to measure 2. You see the segno sitting there at measure 2? Why do you build me up? And we're going to play the whole song a second time through. Around measure 17, you get your second verse. To you I'm a toy, but I could be the boy you adore if you just let me know, although you're untrue. What? You know the phone. I don't know if you guys have a Comcast and Xfinity where you are, but there's a commercial where the girl says, if your cell phone provider was a guy, you would break up with him. And at the end of the song, there's a little girl and she says, his number, delete it. And so she deletes it, right? That's what this guy should be doing with her phone number. Although you're untrue, I'm attracted to you all the more. I don't know. Why do I need you so? Yeah, we're all asking that question. And then it goes back to the main thing. You get to the bottom the second time, measure 35. You're going to go back up to measure 2 to the segno again. You're going to play from 2. You're You're going to play the chorus one last time. When you get down to measure 16, you see the other coda at the end of 16. That coda is going to send you down to the very last measure. Okay, so, or 2 measures. I put in a C7 just to make it fancy. But when you get to the end, it'll be... Okay, I make it sound very ukulele-ish, but you'll make it fancier. Should we have a repeat sign at 35 or 36? There's no... I've read up a lot on this. I always used to put a repeat sign in there. If you're going to have a DSL coda, you should have a repeat sign. I felt very strongly about it. Turns out that that's not how most arrangers think about it. If you're not going to have an official hardcore repeat, they don't want you to put a repeat in. They want a double bar there. So if it were me, I would definitely make a note. This is a repeat at the end of 35. So you hit the end of 35, go back to number 2. So should it be a repeat there? In my head, yes. According to everything I've read, no. So I'm trying to be more aligned and academically correct with the people who make these random decisions. And so yes is the answer, Elizabeth. It's not supposed to have a repeat sign there, I am told. Okay, so you're supposed to have a double bar. You're supposed to follow the DSL coda, and you're going to follow it twice. So yeah, I hate it too. And then I don't know why I care about stuff like that, but I kind of want it to be like what everybody else thinks it's supposed to be like. I think that's all I have to say about the piece. Let's grab the baritone piece just so you guys have a chance to double check your chords on that. I do think that this will be a fun one once you get your arrangements done. And I haven't finished my arrangements on this, but the more I worked on it, the more I was so mad at our narrator. Like, dude, what are you doing? On the other hand, I do think the chords are pretty fun, and I do think they're enough different from what we usually do that it should be make some cool sounds and a good opportunity for you to play the song. It make your ukulele sound really nice. I also think because it's really a 3-part song, chorus, verse, bridge maybe, and then chorus, verse, bridge, and then chorus, and it's a nice sort of a much more modern structure than a lot of stuff that we do. We end up doing a lot of A in ukulele because of Tin Pan Alley and because a lot of the older tunes were written in that format. This is a more modern format where start with the chorus, punch them with the lead, right? Then toss in some other stuff, and then go back, punch them in the face with the chorus again. Very modern way of songwriting. Let's go through the baritone chords, and the baritone shapes are the same as ukulele shapes, but ukulele players, look for chords that you don't know and then make yourself a note to go look them up. G chord. Why don't you, F chord for ukulele, C chord here, fill me up, buttercup, baby, just to, this is going to be F chord, right? Let me down, and mess me around, and the C shape, worst of all, you never call me baby when you say you will. Hey, maybe play it really, really slow and it'll sound like a ballad. You never call me when you say you will. But I love you still. I need you more than anyone, darling. You. Okay, that could absolutely played slow be a wonderful ballad. Know that I have from the start. Oh, that A flat's going to be brilliant. Start. So build me up, buttercup, Think your way through. Just because those notes are there doesn't mean you have to use those when you are an instrumentalist and you have 4 chords or 5 chords and 5 beats, right? The chord's going to take over those individual notes, and so right, and so you may just throw those notes out and just put chords underneath all of those straight up. And then the next section, I'll be over by C chord, G chord 10. You told me time and again, but you're late. She's not coming, by the way. I waited around and then I went to the door. I can't take it no more. It's not you. Of course it's not her. You let me down again. Okay, and then you get your final section. Baby, 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 try to find a little time and do A7 really. I'll make you happy. I'll be home. I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. That's a total Broadway drama, right? I might just leave those naked, just play them just 3 notes, right? And then why don't you go back to the top, play the whole thing a second time, and then the last time through it, end of 35, go back, play the top again, and then come down at the end of 36 and 37. Yeah, playing it slow makes it much sadder than you remember. Rita's point exactly, right? If you play a sad song fast, people think it's a love song, right? And we have lots of demented or deceived narrators in our music. I love those songs because the narrator's singing one thing, and meanwhile, as an audience, you're like, the opposite is going on. And so when they sing this, why do you build me up? Buttercup baby, just to let me down. When you see the Geico commercial and the guy is driving his motorcycle and he's all happy, right? You're under the notion that this is a happy song. And he's driving all around, messing up the lines at the baseball stadium. You are under the notion that he's just absolutely having a lovely time. And meanwhile, the narrator's life is just going to heck. So have some fun with this one. We will end up playing, I will get, obviously, my arrangements done in time for next week's concert, and so, but I want you to have some time to work on this one. If you're newer to Leadsheets, definitely do yesterday's song, Both Sides Now, first, and then go grab Build Me Up Buttercup. I will tell you that I will have a little bit of a challenge getting this arrangement together because there's a lot of cool stuff going on here, and you want to try to capture it as much as you can. Brief thought about the rest of the week. My computer is in the shop, and so I will. I don't know when it'll be ready, so I'm dealing with my other lesser horsepower computer, and I will get you something up for tomorrow, and not sure what yet. And then Thursday, tomorrow is Thursday and Friday we'll get you 2 more songs. I don't know what they're going to be yet, just because I don't know what I can get easily put together on this other computer. And then Monday We may, if Donna has the day off, I'm going to take the day off. I haven't quite figured out whether she's got, I know she has the day off technically, but sometimes she works anyway. So I'm going to find out if she's really taking the day off. I'm going to take the day off Monday. And so we may not meet on Monday, or we may, but one way or another, I'll send you out an email saying if we're meeting or not. And that's true also for of the Monday Night Orchestra. If it turns out that she's really going to get time off and really going to take it off, I'm going to take some time off on Monday, and we'll just move everything to Tuesday, except orchestra, of course. We'll just skip the week. There we go, guys. We're going to keep doing this. Be on the lookout for, we're going to do a muse score workshop where when you start with absolutely nothing, right? When you don't have the melody or the chords, and how you put that together. So that you can write your own music. And then we're also going to have a bar chord worksheet coming up. I might do the bar chord worksheet on a Monday night rather than during the daytime, because those guys need it terribly as much as you guys need it. So those two things are my only workshops I have planned for the summer. I hope that you guys have fun with this one. I hope that next time you're dating, if she doesn't show up, and you're sitting by the phone and she doesn't call, it is time to swipe. Is it swipe left or swipe right? I don't know. I've been dating the same girl for 35 years. I never had to swipe. But anyway, we need to swipe on Buttercup, right? All right, guys, that's all I know. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to go play some harmonica with guitar players and ukulele players, and they're kind of cowboyish songs-ish mostly today, and a couple of jazz tunes. So come hang out with us at Mammoth Gardens, and I'll see the rest of y'all tomorrow. I won't say adios to everybody, but thank you for being here. Nancy says, "Arr, matey, thanks. Yeah, you're welcome." Nancy's gone full pirate on us. Ronnie, have a blessed evening as well. Thank you. Ukulele learning, nice choice. And number one hit for 69. I thought it was I knew I was pretty high up there. I'm sure I tuned into the AM. Yeah, right. This is a nice AM radio song, right? And as I'm watching the Geico commercials, I'm like, that seems like a real fun, happy song. And then I started working on it. I'm like, that's a really sad song. I don't like that. Back in the day when ukulele was a new thing on YouTube, Julia Nunes, who was about 12 years old at the time, sang the version of this. She must have been old enough to drink because they sang it drunk, I think, or her and her boyfriend or something. I don't know. She was dating boys at that point. I don't know if she's back to dating boys, but they did this singing, "Why don't you?" And it was really cute the way she did it. She deleted all those videos. Now I don't know if she's a famous or not. Elizabeth, good to see you. Carol, Michelle, Pauline, Jerry, just rambling now. Peace. Have a great night. Hit the thumbs up button if you didn't do that already.